Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 3 super easy meal ideas. 2 are actually cooked on the grill and 1 in the crock pot. So let's go ahead and get on into the video.
There's a new day to wash away the pain.
Starting off, I'm making this grilled Hawaiian kebab pineapple chicken situation. I'll have the recipe that I went off of loosely linked down below, but I'm just starting with the marinade, and I'm going to add to my blender some pineapple, brown sugar, soy sauce, garlic, just, all the little teriyaki-ish, pineapple chicken-ish ingredients. Like I said, I will have this recipe linked down below. It did not say to mix everything up, but I really wanted all those flavors to kind of meld together, so I went ahead and mixed it up. Now I'm going to slice up my chicken into cubes so I can put those on the skewers to make kebabs, and it's pretty self-explanatory.
Get some sleep if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit.
Once all my chicken is chopped up, I'm just going to put that in a bowl, then add my marinade and mix everything so it gets evenly coated. Now you do not want to leave this marinade too long. I left it for a couple hours and it did make my chicken a little gummy and like soft because the acid in the pineapple will really break down the chicken. So now my husband is just going to skewer these up. He's going to do chicken, pineapple, and then he's going to do one with just chicken on it for my son.
I will always think of you and me. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this.
Now I'm going to be making like a little sauce to go over the rice, and this is just the leftover marinade that the chicken was sitting in. You just want to boil that for about 5 to 10 minutes just to cook out all the bacteria from the chicken. Also, it allows the marinade to thicken a little. And I'm just going to heat up some canned green beans with some garlic powder, onion powder, soy sauce, and brown sugar. This is my favorite way to do canned green beans. It just adds so much flavor and makes them so delicious.
Waiting round the bend. There's a new
And this is the skewers right off the grill. I love grilled pineapple. I think it makes it so much sweeter and delicious. Like I said, this chicken was a little softer than I like it. It was still good. It was still edible. The flavor was phenomenal. It was so good. I just wouldn't let the chicken sit in the marinade too terribly long. Up next, we have these bacon cheddar burgers with some baked beans and macaroni and cheese. And I'm going to start by making the baked beans. I'm just using canned cheap old pork and beans. You can use Bush's baked beans if you want, or whatever you like. I'm just going to spoon those into a bowl and then add my other ingredients directly into the bowl. Again, I will have this recipe linked down below too that I kind of loosely went off of. But I'm going to add in some barbecue sauce. My husband does not like ketchup or mustard. I personally love baked beans with ketchup and mustard. But I'm going to add in some Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of pre-grated onion or whatever, some seasoned salt, some garlic powder, and a little bit of ground mustard. Yellow mustard goes really good in it too. And then just a little spoonful of brown sugar. Make sure everything's mixed up together. I did give it a little bit of a taste test, and it did need a little bit more barbecue sauce. But once everything is mixed together and to your liking, you're just going to add it to a casserole dish. I did a small, 9x9, whatever this size is, casserole dish. And then you're going to top it with some cut up bacon.
just for a bit. There's a new day.
Moving on to the hamburgers, I'm going to leave one just plain for my son because he's super picky sometimes. You know how kids are. But I'm just patting that out, smishing it down, and then going around the edges with my thumb just to make sure everything stays together. Then I'm going to add that remaining meat to a bowl and add in some raw bacon and some cheddar cheese. You can add however little or as much as you want. You just want to mix that all together. Make sure everything is equally incorporated, but don't over mix it because your meat can get like firm and kind of gross. And then once everything's mixed together, I'm just going to patty those out the same way I did before. I like to roll them in a ball and then slowly push them down, running my finger along the edge, again just to make sure everything sticks together and stays pretty even.
'Cause I promise you this. If you try to get some.
Once all my patties are ready, I'm just going to top those with a little bit of seasoned salt just to add a little extra flavor. And then my husband's going to grill those. These are the beans after they came out. They cooked for about an hour and a half on 375. And then this is how everything else turned out. We have some lettuce, tomato, onions for the burgers. And then I did make just some regular Kraft blue box macaroni, but that's pretty self-explanatory. And this is just, I'm so ready for summer. It's like a summer classic meal. So good, so easy, and my whole family enjoyed it.
And it will restore us.
Finally, we have this Crockpot chicken Alfredo. And honestly, this recipe could not get any easier. I just put a tiny bit of water in my crock pot just so the chicken didn't dry out. And then I'm going to put some butter and Italian seasoning directly onto the chicken. Then I'm going to turn the crock pot on and let the chicken cook until it's done and easily shreddable.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow.
And once the chicken has cooked all the way through, I'm just going to shred it up and make sure like there's no huge chunks or anything. And then I'm going to add my jarred Alfredo sauce directly into the crock pot and put it back on low for a few hours. I did end up adding a little bit more of that Italian seasoning and a little bit of like grated Parmesan cheese. Like it's like a blend of Parmesan and some other stuff, and it's not grated, it's like shaved or something. It's real cheese, not the like jarred stuff. But it was so good. Just boiled some noodles, made some good old hamburger bun garlic bread, and like I said, couldn't get much easier and so flavorful. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more cooking videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks, bye.